Hello and welcome back to my channel. I know I have not been posting in the last couple of weeks, but I have been sick, guys. So let's talk about health after 40 years of age. You know, there are certain things that our parents don't tell us that we should do after a certain age. I know my mom didn't. I didn't know what to expect, and we kind of used to make fun of her when she would be talking about her aches and pains and whatnot. You guys, excuse me, I know it's a little bright out here, but I went through something recently as simple as gastritis that put me in the hospital. And, you know, I've said in previous videos that it's sick care, not health care. And boy, let me tell you, when these people find out you have insurance, they try and get you for everything. Now, as I stated, I went in recently for a 2-day hospital visit that I did not expect. I had something going on in my insides, and my side was hurting so bad that I couldn't sniff, cough, sneeze, laugh, or even bend over. I could barely walk. The pain was so bad. And once I did make it into the emergency room and they started to administer medications, now I know my body and I know when my blood pressure is high. I know it would be a little bit high from the pain, but man, let me tell you how it shot up to 232/101 after they started administering medication. And I was calm the whole time. I wasn't stressing or anything, and it should not have gone that high. But once I got in there, they started looking at me for other things other than what I came in for. They had to take a CT scan of my stomach, which they said was fine, but then said something was wrong with my right hip, which I've never had any issues with my right hip. So I have no idea what they were talking about. But it was the absolute most worst hospital stay I've ever had since I've lived in Vegas. And I thought this was one of the better hospitals. That's why I requested to go there. And so, I was scheduled for a chemical stress test, which I'd had a physical one before in the past. But I'm like, why do I need a stress test? I'm not in here for my heart. And the lady simply read the paper and told me, well, they said you were having chest pains. I never once complained of chest pain or anything wrong with my heart. So I don't know what they were doing. The whole visit was just suspect to me. And once I refused the chemical stress test, I got back to my room and someone had changed my patient chart to a different name. And the nurse came in and greeted me by the name. And I'm like, okay, who is that? That's not who I am. So I immediately asked the doctor, are you guys sure you have the right charts? Because I was told by one of the nurses that this is supposed to be someone named Vicky's room, and it wasn't. It was still registered under my name. So I don't know what the deal is. But I said all that to say this, guys. After 40 years of age, take whatever supplements you have to take, but do it. Because this is not worth all the turmoil that I went through in 2 days. I refused to take about 3 different tests and refused 2 different medications that I know I didn't need. And so when they started giving me the medication I was in there for, the pain started to dissipate almost immediately. So again, I say, you have to take care of yourself, especially if you're like me and you have a young one to take care of. I don't want to leave that responsibility on nobody else. I want to be here to raise my baby and see her have babies and graduate from college. So don't take your health for granted. It is just not worth it, guys. Do what you need to do, get your physical checkups or what have you, but you find out the root cause, because In my opinion, you probably know better than the doctors. I know you definitely know your body better than the doctors, because what they're teaching these people in medical school, I don't know, but it's beyond me. They always want to band-aid the problem instead of giving you or pinpointing what the problem actually is, so you could just resolve the problem instead of giving you more medication that creates more problems. So guys, take care of yourselves. Until the next video, like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Make sure you hit that all notification bell so you can continue with me on my journey. Thanks again, and you guys have a beautifully blessed weekend. Bye-bye.